Welcome and welcome back to Morning Moments. I'm glad that you're here with us today. And this is another special guest moment here. And I have a special guest all the way from East Coast to West Coast. Here I am in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I'm talking to somebody on the West Coast. Rick Moore from the Crimson River Quartet. Welcome, Rick.
Hi, Andy. It's good to be with you. I'm glad we had a chance to do this. Now, you and I have a friend in common in Bob Oliver, who you've had on your show. I think I saw part of that earlier. And old Bob sang the ladies' part for Gold City there at one time, and we used to work a lot of shows together.
Yeah, you can always tell the bass player. They always sing the tenor does the ladies' part. I caught that one. That's good.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah,
me a little. Tell me a little bit about your quartet, how you've started, how long you've been with us, the members, and tell us a little bit about your quartet.
Well, I actually got into gospel music in about 1974 with a group called the Watchman Quartet out here. My dad was part of that and came out of our church in Garden Grove. I was with them till the end of 1990, and then in 1992, one of the guys that I'd sung with on the Watchman contacted me and said, "Hey, how about we start our own group? Because we're all getting tired of sitting home on the weekends all the time." So we put together the Crimson River Quartet and have been singing now for 28 years, at least up until March of this year, when everything kind of came to a halt. But we've had a chance to record quite a bit and travel all over the country and have a lot of fun doing it while bringing the ministry and the message of gospel music.
That's good. Well, thank you. Yeah, and I was just looking at your website when we were talking about this earlier. I was just kind of blown away by a unique presentation and an offering that you have. You've actually got 11 of your projects, 151 tracks on one flash drive and including some concerts. Tell us about how that came about and tell us about how that works.
Yeah, well, when I started in this business, it was all vinyl records and 8-track tapes. So, we moved on to cassettes and CDs, and of late, I found that people are looking for a good deal on as much content as they can get, and they'd like to be able to either play it in their car or play it on their computer at home. And so I put together, I'll show it right here for your folks, it's just a little 8-gig flash drive, but they hold a tremendous amount of stuff. And I decided to take all of our 11 recording projects that we had done since 1992 and put all those songs on that flash drive. Plus, we have about 6 full-length concert videos that we've done from 1996 up until just recently. And I thought, well, I got space on the flash drive. I'm just going to go ahead and give it to the folks because we're not selling those, DVDs or anything anymore. So I put all that stuff on there. So there's hours and hours and hours of stuff on there for anybody that loves that. And, we sell them for $50 and people seem to get a kick out of it. So
that's great. I always love to hear how people reinvent ministries and different music industry, comedy, church. So there's different ways to reach different people, and there's different ways that we could present the gospel through music. And this, I just thought it was so unique to see the flash drive. And this is pretty cool.
Well, we used to talk about CDs and things. We would tell people that if your car is paid for, then you probably have a cassette player in it or a CD. But if you're still making payments on it, then you probably have a flash drive port now. So we give people a chance to take our music with them that way, and you have to meet wherever the market's going. Although there are some people buying vinyl these days, nobody's making vinyl records brand new generally. So
yeah. Well, that's great. It's great to hear, and it's great to be able to hear a way that people can still hear your sound even in this time of pandemic and closed down and no concerts and no travel and all that, they could still reach out. I think we've had to reinvent also how we do church and how we even pass the message, music and ministry on, don't we?
Well, absolutely. Once March hit, I mean, live concerts were out the window. And so we were trying to decide, okay, how can we still be out there other than replaying old recordings? And we decided to go into my baritone singer's living room and actually recorded 28, I believe, 28 videos in his living room, just us singing to the camera. So there's no audience. It's a little awkward for me as the MC, because I'm used to interacting with the audience and doing the funny stuff and so I'm doing jokes that nobody's laughing at. But we, which of course you're a comedian, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm used
but
to that, let me tell you. So.
yeah, yeah. So, but it was a way for us to put our music back out there and let people actually hear us sing, live, without being able to stand up on a platform in front of them.
Yeah, I was watching some of those YouTube. We sit there in the living room and all four of you in front of the fireplace. Well, what a nice setting. And I think it's a good way for us, even though we can't travel, to hear you in concert. One day we will. One day it'll be nice to be able to, those doors will be open again. But it's nice to be able to still hit the button and hear the message. So.
Yeah, it's been good. We've gotten a lot of feedback from people, not only people who know us, but people who have heard us because of these videos and have had a chance to see them. That they're thanking me for continuing to sing, or at least continuing to try to sing the kind of music we like, and hopefully people get a chance to hear it.
Good, good. Well, Rick, I want to thank you so much for being my guest today, and I am going to put on this interview. If you look down below on Facebook, if you're looking at this Facebook, I'm going to put places where people can click onto your website and some of your music and ways to get a hold of your music. And also, I'm putting this interview on YouTube. If you've enjoyed this interview and if you've enjoyed this video on Facebook or YouTube, pass it on, share it with others. And Rick, thank you so much for taking the time to come on Morning Moments with me.
Well, thank you, Andy. I've enjoyed it, and I appreciate all the folks out there that are watching your program.
Okay, and thank you all for joining me again for another Morning Moments. Come back tomorrow, and we'll have more. And again, trying to make a positive message to this negative time. You all keep safe, and thank you for joining us today.